Hey everybody, it's Megan Elizabeth from BuyMeganElizabeth.com, and I'm super excited because I just received the You Are Enough transfer. This is one of the special transfers that's in our customers only kit. You also got it as a designer when you're part of Club Couture for the month of January. So I have it for this, but it's available to customers only. Designers cannot get that full kit. I've done a couple of videos on it, but just as a quick reminder, you get the exclusive 10-inch hexagon board. Now, I can't get the hexagon board, but I have a 10-inch circle. So just for size reference, it's a decent size surface to actually complete this on. You get a squeegee. Okay, so you actually get a full-size squeegee, which I had right here. Of course, I don't see it now. I totally had one sitting here. But you get a full-size squeegee, and you get you get 4 actually total. Here's a squeegee. And you get 4 of these packs of Chalkology chalk paste. And you get 3 exclusive colors and white. And I already showed in another video. Definitely check it out. It's an exclusive and you're going to want to have it. So I want to do 2 really quick things. One with ink, one with paste. I'm going to be using one of our box frames. This is a 5.5 by 7.5 inch frame. They are available through my website when you click on Shop Chalk Couture at BuyMeganElizabeth.com. I also have Shop Now links in my video descriptions. I'd love for you to go check them out because I think you're absolutely going to love making and creating along with me. So this is one of our box frames. I think they are so beautiful. They're so ridiculously popular right now. They look amazing in our farmhouse. And I absolutely love this sentiment that says you are enough. And I'm going to cut this out. And I can't wait to make this with you. And you know what? Actually, we're going to do the chalk paste second. We're going to do the ink first. So we're going to use the Cherry Blossom paste. We're going to use the Chalk Couture permanent ink. This is called Eucalyptus. It's a beautiful green. And I'm going to use one of my tote bags from Chalk Couture. It has a really cute little Chalk Couture tag on it, and I wanted another bag to be able to use for actually going to QVC. I just needed a tote bag for my planner and just some of the stuff. I don't like taking my whole person to QVC, but putting everything in my clothes bag, it's just not working. So I need a little tote bag, and I thought this is perfect, and this is such a great reminder. So I'm going to use You Are Enough, and I'm going to do this first because that way I don't have to fuzz the transfer. When you do it on fabric, I don't always recommend fuzzing, but when you do it on a chalkboard or a wood or non-porous surface, you want to get some fuzz on the back of it, and the fuzz is kind of what keeps it from over sticking to your non-porous surfaces. So we're going to just put this right up here. Yeah, I'm not even gonna measure or do anything like that. I'm just going to put this right on. Oh, I forgot to mark the back. I don't need to fuzz, but I do want to mark the back. So I cut it out. I'm going to grab a black permanent marker. You can kind of see there's like a matte side and a shiny side. That shiny side is what the sticky needs to go back onto. So the matte side, I'm just going to mark it. One that I know when I'm doing a bunch of different transfers, which one it goes back onto, which backing sheet it goes onto, and 2, just to make it really easy as a reference to make sure I put it on the right side so that I can reuse my transfer. Okay, You Are Enough. I'm just going to really place it down on there. And a squeegee, and this is brand new, so I'm going to open it. I'm going to take off the foil. I'm going to do it over my trash can because sometimes it makes a little bit of a mess. Squeegee. And that will be what I apply. Just making sure I don't make too much of a mess. Now the ink, the Couture ink, is thinner than the paste, and it is permanent when you heat set it. So I'm going to heat set it with my Cricut Easy Press. And I'm just going to swipe this right across all the way down. It's a silk screen transfer. Okay, so it's not a stencil. And it's not paint. It's an actual chalk-based paste or a ink Like I said, it's permanent when you heat set it, and you just need such a little bit, goes such a long way. You just want to make sure all the little holes of the transfer are filled in. Okay. Really, really simple. And peel this up. Look how amazing that looks. So beautiful. I'm obsessed. I'm really obsessed with this arrow too. This is an arrow from the Boho Florals. I've used it a lot. And I thought it fit perfectly underneath. And I just love arrows. I have an arrow tattoo, and I'm such a fan. So I'm going to use this on here. Really make sure it's pressed down because it has been used so many times and there is finer detail. And I am going to need a little bit more. I could do it in a different color, multiple colors. I'm just going to stick to using eucalyptus. And I'm going to set this aside to dry before I heat set it. And I'm just going to grab my Cricut Easy Press and set it for 30 seconds. All right. And peel this up. So that way I can carry this sentiment with me. I could put it on a t-shirt, but I really just love the idea of the tote bag, and look how beautiful that looks. It's just gorgeous. So we'll set this aside to dry. And then we're going to grab our Chalkology chalk paste. This is the color Cherry Blossom. And I want to give this a really good stir. I'm going to add a little bit of water because it's a little bit chunky. Water always refreshes and revitalizes it. And these are easier to stir with. This is the multi-purpose tool. And you just want it to be a creamy yogurt-like consistency. You can see there's plenty of moisture in there still, but around the edges where it was a little bit chunkier or harder, the water just helps to revitalize that pretty quickly. The chalk pastes do have a shelf life of about 1 year, but they go and go and go. So if you craft a lot, you're going to get a ton of uses out of it. You just don't really want to let it sit for longer than a year, but you can refresh it and revitalize it. Like I said, the newer, because of the natural pigments, a lot of people are recommending you use distilled water to keep it from getting moldy. I've never had an issue, so I haven't done that. I've just used my regular tap water that's filtered. Now, I did not fully wash this off. There was such a thin layer of ink on it that I'm not too worried about any of the ink coming through, but typically you want to wash it in between each and every use. Now this is just barely going to fit in here. So I want to just be sure that the corners of my E's and my H is down. And then I'm just going to press it down. I'm going to use a clean squeegee to fully make sure it's down, because I did do it on the fabric. So I want to make sure that there's not going to be any bleeding. All right, and now I'm just going to grab some of the pink Cherry Blossom. I want this to sit on my dresser. And we have a couple of these wood signs in our home and a couple of these wood frames in our room, but this one's just a little bit of lighter pink, a little bit more feminine, just for me. All right. Filling in all the holes all the way across. All the excess can go right back into the container if you have any. Scrape it right on back in. And then peel up. And then I'm just going to wash this with regular tap water. I'm going to set it sticky side up to dry. You definitely want sticky side up to dry. And wipe it off with a disinfectant wipe. That's perfect. Disinfectant wipe, oh my goodness, I can't get words out. Disinfectant wipe will revitalize and rejuvenate your transfer, the stickiness of your transfer, to make it last a much longer time. Now that pink is really light on here. I'm gonna see how it dries fully, but I think it's going to be just perfect. And there's just a little bit of an edge on there because I didn't fully wash it off, and that green kind of edges it really well, the eucalyptus. So I'm just gonna leave that be, see how it dries, make sure that you can see it enough from my dresser, but I think it's just perfect. It's a great little reminder. So you could also do it on the back of these wooden frames as well. Like I said, all of these materials are available through By Megan Elizabeth, and you can click on the shop now links. I would love to have you check it out, and make sure you check out the customer exclusive. It's $34.99. You get all that you need, including this You Are Enough transfer, the florals. You get a step-by-step video instruction workshop, a full PDF instructional download sheet. You get the squeegee, the paste, the surface, and the transfer that's reusable to use on many different things like I showed you. Oh, and really quickly, while we're still here, let's grab the Easy Press. We'll let it heat fully up. I have my heat mat down. And I like to grab a sheet of just parchment paper. We'll wait for this to light up green. And then this is going to be permanently on here. I could wash this and everything because we're heat setting it if I ever needed to. But this is washable. I could wash this off and redo something completely different on here. I could go over it again. I can do whatever I want to do with the chalk paste. So that's really awesome. Okay, I'm just gonna place down my parchment paper, place this right on top, and 30 seconds. And turn it off. Our design is heat set and ready to use. I love it so much. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Remember, you are absolutely more than enough. Have an amazing day. Enjoy the moments, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.